After having helped over 30 companies implement AI into their business to get more customers and save time, I can tell you that most companies, before they start working with me, they do not know how to get a positive return on investment on AI. So today, I just want to go through the best automations that you can do from a business standpoint if your goal is to make more money and save time by using AI. It might look a little bit scary for some people, but this is essentially just the same Claude that you will have in the desktop app. But here, what we have is I have created a demo skill, just showing sort of the best automations that actually bring economic value in a business. And to quickly go through them, these are based on a framework I call RACE. And that stands for reach, acquire, convert, and expand. And the reason I focus on the RACE framework is that this is what brings in money to the business. So a big problem that a lot of people do when they try to implement AI into their business is that they focus on the wrong sort of automations. They focus on the cool automations, like creating your website, creating some fantastic lead magnet. I'm not even sure what you're doing, but they're usually not, or like automating your emails, creating a company brain or things like this that sound absolutely cool on paper. It works great in marketing. But the question I would always ask is this putting more money into your bank account each and every month? And if it's not, it's really not helping your business grow, because at the end of the day, what is a business? Well, it's money coming in through sales and marketing, and then it's sort of delivering to your clients. And this is what RACE really is all about. So if we go to RACE, I also have a small description of this protocol. And if you want this skill, I can put it in the description so you can have it. You can use it for your own sort of thinking process, because I believe that when you have frameworks like this, it will really help you create better decisions. And at the end of the day, that's how businesses grow, by you making better decisions. So yeah, there are essentially 3 ways a business can make money. And that is by getting new customers, selling more to the ones you have, or reducing churn, which is not losing customers, as they become clients of yours. So let's now focus on these. And obviously, reach, acquire, and convert. These are all systems that will help you get more customers. So get revenue in the door, and then expand, which is the last one. That is sort of helping with the other 2. And for most businesses, focusing on reach, acquire, and convert, that will be the most important step you can do in this whole process. So when it comes to reach, the most important or the most useful automations you can have is first of all the lead finder. And what the lead finder does is that you want to create agents that scrapes, the internet and different sources for your ideal customer profile. AI is really fantastic at going through large amounts of data, doing these sort of manual processes that would take a human like a lot of time. But with AI, you can just spawn 20 different agents. They can do it all at the same time, and you can get really amazing results by creating these sort of agents. So that's one thing. Like, match your ideal customer, find leads through AI. This is probably one of the highest leverage things you can have AI do in your business. And I would say that the signal radar sort of goes into the same sort of thing. You can have an agent ongoingly check job posts, check different whatever sort of sources that could be interesting. For example, new registrations. I've, for example, helped a couple of accountants track new registered companies in Finland or Sweden, and then we've sort of created outreach to the new companies. So that is a good example of what is possible to do. And then obviously personalized outreach. I would not have AI write your whole email. Like, if you're doing that right now, you are not getting good results out of it. Or if you are getting good results, you could get 10 times better results by actually writing good copy. So this is a big mistake people do. They let AI write their emails, and it sounds like AI slop. And obviously, by doing AI slop, you're not making as much money as you could do. So that's one thing. But something like variables and icebreakers. So for the first line of an email, that is 100% something you should do with AI. LinkedIn agent, I made another video on this, how you can automate, LinkedIn outreach. As long as you have sort of a good structured approach to it and you have a good prompt for AI, it can actually be very effective at that. And everything from like call prep is call prep research, all of these things AI is fantastic for. Then we have search and AI visibility. So nowadays, like, it's more important than ever to sort of sell to agents. So improving your AI visibility. So not only SEO, search engine optimization, but also improving, AI, the AI, so the generative sort of. So it's not only about, improving SEO, it's also about improving AI search. So when you ask ChatGPT, hey, what is the best service for, what is the best accounting firm in X area, then your company shows up if you're an accounting firm and things like this. So that is absolutely a no-brainer to SEO and GEO optimize your website and your content. And then obviously ads is another thing. Like if you have been doing ads in the traditional way where you focus all your energy on one ad, that is obviously very ineffective, because with AI, you can actually split test 20 different ads at the same time. You can see which ones perform the best, and then you can just double down, kill your losers, and only focus on what works. So we can actually make strategic decisions based on tests and data, and not just, guess, because like guesswork in business equals not a lot of money. All right. When it comes to acquire, there are a couple of things that I really like. Speed to lead is probably the biggest one. If you have a business where people need to sort of opt in, they need to get an offer from you, replying to your leads is incredibly important. I think that there were some statistics that if you reply to a lead within 5 minutes, your chances of closing that deal goes up with 400%. So being fast at sort of responding to your leads is very important, because otherwise they'll just go to the competitor. And it also shows that, hey, like you actually care about the customers. You're fast at getting them results. That is obviously what it implies. A chatbot is also like, if you have a business where a chatbot makes sense, a chatbot can increase your conversion rates by a lot. Like I have several companies where I've installed a chatbot and they have increased conversion by 30%. Let's say you have 100 visitors on your website, and you have 10 people that convert into customers. By improving, conversion by 30%, that means that after this, you will get 3 more clients, out of that original 100. So it's really powerful if you can do that. That's a no-brainer if you have that sort of business. Then we have lead router, and this is sort of, if you have a lot of inbound requests, you can use AI to sort of score your leads, like who should you be contacting first, like who should you prioritize. And then we have lead reactivation. A lot of businesses are sitting on a lot of sort of old client data. They have a lot of lead lists of companies they've spoken with before, and obviously there's a lot of money to be made in sort of reaching back to the customers that are already in your CRM. So that's absolutely something that if you are not sort of retargeting your old leads, that's one thing you should take away from this video. Like, go and do that right now. Like this, no, stop the video. Go and do that right now. Like if you have, let's say, hundreds or thousands of old leads that you have spoken with before, but they haven't really purchased from you, like go and activate that right now. Like go and use AI, go through them and send them an email saying, hey, first name, we spoke a couple of months ago, we spoke a year ago. I would just like to hear, like, would you be interested in this service? All right, then we go to conversion. So this is obviously converting more customers, and obviously this is sort of similar to the chatbot, right? You could sort of think that this is similar, but on conversion, I have a couple of other sort of automations that I like to put in this bucket, and one of them is the proposal generator. So after you have had sort of a discovery call and you have talked with a client, and you know that, all right, I could actually help this person with whatever you're selling. At that point, we get into the conversion. So how can we sort of save time and increase the likelihoods of us actually getting the deal? And one thing here again, like speed is king in business. The most important trait of any business is speed. You need to be quick. You need to be very fast at responding to your clients. You need to show that you're responsive, that you take them seriously, and that you can bring them quick results, because there's nothing people and humans love more than quick results. So that's, for example, one thing where you can have a meeting note taker that transcribes the whole meeting, takes those notes, put it into an agent, and the agent spins out a proposal generator. That is one of the things. I can make a video on this if you're interested. Then we have the follow-up agent. Obviously, the money's in the follow-up. This sort of goes back to reactivation agent as well. Like I think that the statistics are something like 60 to 70% of all the closes are done in the follow-up. So hard-earned money, and you've spent a lot of time in contacting a lead, maybe giving them a lead magnet, maybe sending them a proposal, maybe doing an analysis of their business or whatever you're selling. Like, make sure to follow up with them, right? You have already spent, a lot of time with the hardest step. So just following up costs you absolutely nothing compared to the work of actually getting someone in a meeting. Automating CRM is obviously another thing, and then creating a website that converts is also a no-brainer. So have AI sort of analyze your website, go it through step by step, and think of ways you can increase that conversion. Then when it comes to expand, this is really about, upselling your customers and also making sure that your customers do not leave. If this is a sort of repeat purchase, if you're aiming to get that recurring revenue. And here, what I've personally done in my business and for my clients is that we have agents that are sort of looking through on a weekly basis, like how are things going with the clients, what sort of upsell opportunities are there. If you're, for example, taking weekly meetings with your clients, you can take those meeting notes and you can put that into AI and sort of ask AI, what are other ways I can improve value? Because obviously the more value you give to your customers, the more they will pay you as well. And churn guard, same sort of logic there as well. You can sort of go through a lot of data and see like who has risk of churning, and then make sure to send them automatic emails or updates regarding that, and try to mitigate sort of the risk of them churning. And then we have also the very wonderful company brain, and this is something that can both help with your operations and sales. But a company brain is not something for every single company, but for a lot of companies, if you have like scattered data and you would want like one dashboard from where you can make strategic decisions, creating some sort of company brain is a really good idea. So you can sort of pull information from different documents, different files, CRM systems, all kinds of things that are related to your business. And then you can have sort of one interface where you can ask AI, hey, what about finance? What about this? What about our contracts? And you can sort of run your business from like one place, which obviously saves you a lot of time. It gives you a lot of data, and you can have AI then do analysis, sort of different analyses. You can then have AI do different kinds of analysis of your business to help you make more money. So that's about it. In the next video, I will go through sort of the back office. So how can you automate operations? But that is a video for another time. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe to also be able to see my next video on the operations part. This is how you can save a lot of time. So this is all about, saving you time so you can spend that time on sales activities to grow your business. I hope that you found this video valuable. Let me know in the comments what you thought, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and good luck growing your business. Bye-bye.